Hey guys, welcome to VF. My name is Victoria, and if you don't know that already, then it's great to meet you. Today I'm going to be bringing you a review. Whoa, finally, I know, right guys? This review is going to be on Unwind by Neal Shusterman. This book I bought through Amazon for my... God, she just plopped right down. I bought this book on Amazon for my Kindle Paperwhite. Right now it's currently on brightness setting 20. I usually don't read with it on 20, but I figured that you could probably see it more easily on the camera. This book was published on November 6, 2007 under the genre of science fiction, young adult, thriller, and most definitely dystopian. So before I can tell you more about the plot, I have to give you some background information. This story is taking place several years after the Second Civil War has ended, also known as the Heartland War. This war was fought between pro-life and pro-choice over the fact of abortion. This whole conflict is resolved with the completion of the Bill of Life that states that a child's life may not be ended from the time of conception until age 13. But from 13 to 18, if a parent signs, a child may be unwound. Okay, now unwinding consists of taking your body parts, like they take you to the harvest camp. In the chop shop room is where this is done. You lay down and they give you some anesthetic and they take off your body parts starting from the bottom up. They take your feet, they'll take your blood, your legs, your arms, your organs, your eyes, parts of your brain, anything to use for someone else. Now, you don't technically die according to the Bill of Life, but you go on living through somebody else. Now, once a parent signs this cannot be undone. They cannot be like, I want my baby back. No. This signing is final. Okay, so now we can talk about the plot. The plot consists of three main characters. You have Connor, Risa, I believe that's how you pronounce her name, and Lev, which his actual name is Levi, but he goes by Lev. At the beginning of the book, Connor finds the unwinding form that his parents have signed. Now, his parents don't know that he has found this, so he decides that he's going to go AWOL, and he's going to run away before the juvie cops can come get him. And then you have Risa, who is a ward of the state. She's at a stay-ho, or a state home. She's 15, and she plays the piano. At the beginning, she's playing in a recital, I believe, and she messes up about 5 times. So they bring her in, and they tell her that she's not good enough, and that they're going to unwind her. She gets on the bus to go be unwound. And then you have Lev, or Levi. He got on my nerves the absolute most, by the way. But since he annoyed me so much, that means he is very well written. He is a tithe. Now, he comes from a family who believes that you can sacrifice one of your children to God. And that is exactly what they're going to do with him. They tell him that he's holy and he's the best thing in the world. So when he turns 13, he has a tithing party. And then he is going to be escorted to the harvest camp to be unwound. So while Levi is being escorted in his car, and Risa is being taken on a bus to be unwound, you have Connor, who decides he's going to run for his life because the juvie cops are on his tail. And he's running through traffic, and it's causing these major traffic jams, and the bus crashes. Risa runs for her life. And then you have Connor, who sees Levi, and he's all dressed in white. He's decked out because he's a tithe. And he sees this boy, and he thinks that, hey, I'm going to help this boy. I'm going to do something right since I'm doing everything wrong. So he goes over to take Levi and bring him with him. And Levi's like, oh my God, I'm being taken hostage. And this story pretty much circles around the juvie cops on their tail and how are they going to survive until they're 18, or do they? This story, like I said, is several years in the future. There are many indications of why that is, because they go to an antique shop and it has flat screen televisions, I believe, or iPods or something, I don't remember, but it made me feel really old. You also have these people called clappers, and they're terrorists. These are kids that are set to be unwound, or they might not be unwound, they're just protesting against it. And they inject this stuff into their blood, and they have these little magnetic, like band-aids, and they clap 3 times. And when they clap the 3rd time, they explode. Oh my God. Okay, we're going to first talk about what I thought was absolutely fantastic about this book. Well, first of all, the pace was like boom, ba boom, 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 ba boom, boom, boom. There was always something happening. Like, I couldn't even put this book down. Literally, I read it in like 2 days, which was saying something because I had to sleep at some point. Like, this book was so descriptive and detailed. I even had dreams about this book. And also, something I found that was really cool. Throughout the whole book, they're wondering about how the unwinding process takes place. They have no clue. And there's this one chapter towards the end where a person is taken to the chop shop. I'm not going to tell you who. This person is laid down on the table. They are fully conscious during the whole procedure. And it describes in detail what happens. Now, I don't believe this book is for the faint of heart. Now, let's talk about something I thought was more neutral. It wasn't necessarily bad, it wasn't necessarily good. The character development. Now, Connor was really well developed. He was well rounded, like you could see why he was troubled, but that he had a good heart. But I also wanted more background story to why his parents signed the unwinding form. It does give a little bit, but I don't know, I guess it's just because I love information. That could just be a nitpicky thing with me. You also have Risa, who, in my mind, she wasn't well developed at all. She was more of the words of wisdom, the strategic one that helps get Connor out of trouble. And you have Levi, who is the best character developed in the whole story. He is so frigging annoying. He believes that since he is a tithe, he is the best thing that has ever walked on the planet. You would if you were raised that way. And he is well written, and you can see his character develop and change, and it's amazing. Okay, so there are sequels to this book. The first one is more of a middle story, a 1.5, not exactly to 2. It's really short. It's about 60 pages. It's called Unstrung. It was released back in July 2012. And then you have Unholy, which is book 2, released back in August. And the third book, Unsold, comes out in October of this year. And I'm really excited about it because it's around my birthday. I really do need to get 1.5 and book 2 before that, which you'll get reviews on those when I finally have enough money to purchase them. So if I had to give you an overall rating of this book and when I thought about it, I would probably give it 4 stars. It was a fantastic read, and I would recommend it to anybody. Also, there is this awesome video done by Mainstay Pro, or Mainstay Productions, about their rendition of what they thought that the unwinding chapter would play out as. And they were so close to the story, and watching it, and you can see the emotion in her eyes, and it was really overwhelming. I want to try to put a link right here for you to click on. So I leave you with one final question. If every part of you is still alive, but in someone else's body, are you alive, or are you dead? Please leave your answers in the comments section below. I would love to know what you think. Like, subscribe, and you'll be my best friend. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. BB Posters, bye.